Hi guys, long time no see. I am actually recording because I want to remember this moment. I got invited to the Hermes Private Sale, and I chose today, this morning, to attend it, and I'm really excited. This is my first time being invited, and I'm actually surprised that I have been, even though I purchase a lot of Hermes. I'm just very happy to be invited. I'm grateful for it because I don't know if this will ever happen again. So I'm looking forward to the experience. So I want to record this moment just because I don't know if I'm going to be invited next year or any years in the future. To look back on and to pretty much remember this moment. So I'm heading there now. They do not allow you to record inside. So I think they're going to put something on my phone to make sure that I'm not recording it. And so I will see you guys back here after I'm done. I get 2 hours in the cell. So we'll see how it goes. I am very excited. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this opportunity. So I will tell you guys all about it when I get back and show you, if I do purchase anything, what I got. So let's go. Hi guys, I am back from the sale, and it was actually a very pleasant experience, and I'm so happy I went. I'm grateful that I had this opportunity because I've seen videos in the past of people getting invites, and I never thought that I would ever be invited. And this year, of course, as you know, I have been, and I'm so grateful for the experience. It was pretty amazing. For coming from a person who respects the brand Hermes and who loves the products that they make, it was a pleasant experience. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to record or take pictures. They put your phone in like a baggie, and it distorts what you're recording. And actually, I don't even think you can unless you have it forward facing. But yet, I don't think it comes out. I didn't try because I didn't want to get in trouble. So, and even when my husband tried to call me while I was in there, I didn't answer the phone because I wasn't sure if you were allowed to even make phone calls. I'm pretty sure you probably can, but I didn't try. The first experience, let me back up. I'm going to start from the beginning of when I arrived. It was held at it's called World Market in Las Vegas, and it was off to the side of the building. So it was this big warehouse kind of space, but the way they had it arranged, it really didn't feel like a warehouse. It was very cozy and inviting for those who were invited. There was a little line when I arrived. I valeted, and there was a little line, but I arrived about 10:10, and definitely was inside ready to shop by 10:30, which was my time. So when they allowed you to come in, you had to show your barcode and your ID, because the barcode is sent to you via email after you register, and you can't screenshot it. You have to actually open the actual email and show the barcode that way. So when we got in that way, and then they took your purse. The email says that you weren't allowed to bring a large bag or large garments like a jacket. They would take that and put it as a code check, but they checked all purses, and I had my Chanel wallet with me, and they checked that. So they told me that, and I'm sure they told everyone else to keep your phone, which was in that protective case, and to pull out whichever credit card you wanted to use for your purchases, which, you know, I did. And then they checked your bag, your purse, and gave you a little number to carry around with you. They also gave you a decent size bag for your products that you were going to purchase. And I put everything in the bag and walked around. So the first thing that I saw first thing that you see when you walk in, after the checks and so forth, is like accessories of hats, beanies. I think there was some belts in that section. And then when you turn around the corner, and it's like a maze, once you walk in, there's this one main area, and then you go into other sections. And I will say Hermes arranged it perfectly. Each section, like there was a section for hats, a section for clothing, and then a section for shoes, and the section for homeware, a section for scarves, and then there was a teal. So the first part of walking in was beanies and hats, and then the menswear. And then as you walk in more, then there's the ladies wear, which I did pick up something from that section. And then of course there's the shoes. And when you walked into that second section, there's the men's shoes and then the lady shoes. And then it went on to scarves and then homeware, and then you would leave. I didn't spend a lot of time in the women's wear when I first arrived because I wanted to really see what they had in shoes. From what I understand, the shoes go fast, and this is the second day. I should have, the opportunity when I received the email is I could have went on the first day, but I had to be in the office, and I didn't want to take the time to drive from my office all the way to where they were holding the sale and then drive all the way back to the office, because my office was clear on the other side of town. So I decided to do today, which I'm teleworking today, so I'm closer to the location of the sale. I wish I would have done the first day. I will admit that now, because I think they would have definitely had more shoe selection, because my size shoe, my foot size is average size of which probably a lot of women are, which is a 7 or 7.5. And they didn't really have a lot of selection. They had selections, but not what I was really looking for, or colors that I was looking for. But I did buy 2 pairs of shoes. And then in the scarf area, they had a crap load of scarves. So many scarves in colors and stuff. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to show you what I purchased, and tell you that if you happen to love Hermes and you get that invite, just go to experience it. Because even if you don't plan on buying anything, in reality, I thought I would probably buy a pair of shoes, and I didn't really want to spend too much money. But I went over my budget, and I thought I was going to go over my budget on clothes, but it wasn't that. And you'll see what I purchased, and it'll explain why I went over my budget. But anyways, like I was saying, if you happen to get that invite, I don't know how that works. I have two essays here in Vegas, and the newest one I saw about a month ago, and then literally a week and a half later I got the invite. I don't know if she put in a word for me to get it, or if it's just a random thing and my name just popped up. I don't know how it works. I truly do hope I get invited next year, just because it was just wonderful experience. And I actually literally ran into several people I knew, which I have not seen in ages.
there, and it's particularly one couple that my husband and I traveled with to China literally like 15 years ago, and I haven't seen them since. And they like tapped me on the shoulder and asked me if I was who they thought I was. I'm like, yes. And then I was like, oh my gosh. It was just actually pretty cool to run into people that you haven't seen in such a long time, and chat and be in that environment. It's just it was actually kind of cool. Actually, it was cool, not kind of cool. So anyways, I'm going to show you what I got. I'm going to start by whatever bag I grab. I got 2 pairs of shoes, and I'll show you what they are. These I'm pretty sure are what everyone else, pretty much can guess what they are. They had these Arans. I really wanted pink, but they didn't have pink, at least not in my size, and I like this color. I am assuming that they are discontinuing this color, but it's a pretty teal, and I'll show you what I'm going to wear this with that I purchased as well. So yeah, these are great price too. Shoes, everything was 50% off except clothes, and the clothes was 60% off. So these were 50% off, and I'll show you the other shoes. Let's just try and keep them in the same order. Whoops. I saw these, and I actually was trying to decide on another pair, and they were sneakers that were like a pale pink with the Hermes circle with Hermes in the center, and I really liked them, but I wasn't sure if the pale pink would kind of throw off what I normally wear. I normally wear neutral colors. I do like a pop of color in clothes, but I wasn't sure. And now when I'm thinking about it, I probably should have gotten those as well. But I saw these off to the side when I was trying on the other pair, and then I thought, well, you know what, maybe these would be a lot neutral for me to wear, which now when I look at them, I think they are. They're like more of a taupey brown, and I do have some brown sneakers, but I was looking for some sneakers like this color for our trip, which we're leaving on soon, and tried them on and they fit. These are 37s, and they have the Kelly little lock here, and they're quite cute. If I have time, I'll do a little cut in of me wearing these so you guys can see what they look like, but I really like these. So decide between these or the other kind. They didn't have the Kelly. The other ones I was trying on, they were just like just a sneaker with a really pretty pale pink part here, and over in this section it was a circle and it had Hermes in the center, which I really liked that. But these won the battle of which ones I should get. So, and these are they're so cute. I really like them a lot. And I don't know what these are called. Let's see. Oh, Femende. Oh, here. I'm just going to show you the label, and I'm hoping that, because I'm recording this on my phone, because my camera battery has died, and I wanted to get this done so I can put everything up. So we'll see how this all works out. Otherwise, I will probably be re-recording this on the camera. After the sneakers, it was the scarf area, and I picked up 2 scarves, and I wasn't going to get any scarves because I have about 5 Hermes scarves now, and I don't wear them as often as I should, but I figured let me look and see what they had, because I wanted to get something bright. And I couldn't really decide on, they had just the selection there was just pretty colors, but I couldn't decide. I saw a white one that was really cute, and now I wish I would have gotten it. But the young lady who was there, she helped me. Actually, she pulled this one out, and she said it was actually the last one that they had. And I don't know what she was holding it for. I don't know if she was planning on buying it herself or just waiting to see if someone was, you know, gonna look for something else. But this is it, and I actually loved it because it's the horse and it's beautiful color. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm hoping the camera is getting it all in. But when she showed this to me, I will say that there were several people asking her if there was another one, and she said no, this was the last one. And it's dark, which I wasn't looking for. I didn't want another dark scarf, but to be honest with you, I think what I'm going to do is frame this. Just because she said, you know, it's very hard to find a horse, the symbol, you know, of Hermes, and this is just absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know if I want to wear it. I think it's just really beautiful, and it would look lovely in my home office or in my closet. So I'll decide. I mean, it's just a gorgeous scarf, and I love it. So it is called, I'm gonna butcher these names, so forgive me. It's called Cavalier en Formes, Cavalier en Formes. So that's one scarf. And then when I was trying to decide if I'm going to get something else, which is what the big item that I purchased, I saw a young lady pull out this other scarf. She was trying to get it bagged so she can go into another section. Because when you go into the scarf section, you cannot go to another section with the scarf loose in your hand. You have to have them put it in a plastic bag, and then they put a security clip on it. I'm not sure why, because they had security everywhere in the warehouse. They were everywhere. Very nice gentlemen. They spoke to you, they made you laugh, but you know, that you couldn't, there was security everywhere. There was no way you were gonna get out of there with something you didn't buy. So she pulled this out, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's really cute. And the young lady who helped me with the blue one, she heard me say it, so she goes, it's over here. So this is the second one that I purchased, and it's definitely bright and cheery. It's got elephants on it and birds, and I think it's just so cute. So cute. Here, let's do it this way where you can see the elephants over here in the corner, swans. It's just a beautiful scarf. The Hermes scarves are just gorgeous. I think they have the most unique patterns on them. And then I'm just gonna wear this one because we're going to Australia, and it's gonna be late spring, early summer there. So I'm gonna be taking that one with me to wear with the next item, just because it's spring, summer, and I can get away with wearing it still. So let's move on to, I have 3 more items here. So I was going to wear this scarf with, so what happened is that after the scarf and somewhere else I went back to the shoe area because I was really wanting a pair of pink Orans, or the one that has the little heel in my size, and they didn't have them. So I went back to the ready to wear and looked through what they had there, and there were a lot of things I wanted to purchase. However, because I chose something else, I could not go over my budget and buy something in the ready to wear because it was still quite expensive. And I just decided not to bite that bullet this time around. But I did see this, and it's a white t-shirt dress, and it has the Hermes on the H on the pocket, which is very subtle, which I really liked. And I don't have a white t-shirt dress, so I tried it on and it fit. It's really cute. And because we're doing a cruise as well, I thought this would be cute to either walk around on any of the islands in Australia on the ship. And what I'm going to do is pair this around the, you know, like that. If that even looks good to you guys or not, I'm not sure. But so I'm going to wear this with this on our trip. So I'm gonna have to backtrack now, because when I walked in and there were loads of hats and stuff, and I wasn't really sure. There's a particular hat that I want, which is not made by Hermes. It's made by Gucci, and it's sold out, and it became, I guess, a hot thing from, what is that show called? Oh crap, I can't think of the name. Some fancy or hotel, and it's in different places. It'll come to me in a minute. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. But I can't find this as a big Gucci oversized rim bucket hat. And I didn't think Hermes made that, which they don't, but I do wear hats. So I kind of looked around to see what everyone was like trying to clamor for, and I saw this particular one, and I don't have a taupe hat, so I picked it up, and I think this is probably a men's hat, but it fits. And I like it, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And I think my husband probably could wear it too, but it has the subtle H on the side. And it's beige, and I thought maybe too with the white tank shirt, not with the scarf, but with the white dress and this and the sneakers, it would look like a cute little outfit to stroll around. And then finally, the big item, we'll go forward, and I went into the homeware section to see what they had. I looked at some jewelry. They did have a CDC bracelet there, but I didn't really care for it. And to be honest, I can get a CDC bracelet resale that was in great shape for less than what they, the half price of them at the sale was going to be. So I didn't want to spend the money on it. And they didn't really have anything else there in the jewelry area that I wanted. So I went into the homeware section to see what they had there, and they had loads of blankets, some beautiful table type bowls. They had the 2-horse bookends, which were very pretty. But I kind of kicking myself because I didn't really look behind the counter to see what was on the shelves, because I really wouldn't mind like a little glass dish for my jewelry, but I didn't see that on the actual counter, and it's just now dawning on me that it probably would have been on the shelving behind the lady that was helping everyone. But off to the side were all the blankets, and they had a lot of blankets there. And this particular blanket stood out to me, was the only one sitting there on the shelf. And I grabbed it, and I was like, okay, do I want to bite the bullet on this one? And I stood there for the longest time contemplating on this beautiful thing. And sure enough, as I was contemplating, people were like asking the other salespeople, did they have this one there? And it's like, I hate it when you're under the pressure. Do I want this? And then you have people standing behind you, like ready to grab it once you put it down. So I put it in my bag, and then I did some more shopping, like going back to get the sandals and the scarf, and then looking to see what was in the ready to wear, which is when I picked up the white dress. So when I walked back, I put everything down, and I kind of contemplated and opened up the blanket again and just trying to see, do I really want to spend the money on this? Because they're not cheap. I don't know why, but I could have swore the last time when I looked at one of these blankets, they were like $1,900. That's full price. I'm kind of like, what was that blanket made out of? Because the ones that are at the sale were like from, I'm thinking 4,000 on up. I didn't even see anything below 4,000. I mean, if they did, it probably was hidden away somewhere. They had so many blankets, but I decided, my husband called, and I was actually able to have the phone pick up his call, and I couldn't raise the volume up, so I had to tell him, I'm standing here trying to figure out if I want, I'm sorry, story time, if I want this stuff, and I don't know. And he's like, well, don't make it difficult on yourself. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna call you when I'm out of here, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do here. So I decided to get it. So here it is, this beauty here. And it is gorgeous. I think it's the traditional. I don't know why everyone wanted this particular one, because they did have another H blanket. It wasn't in the square, it just had the H, and it was like a orange. They had an orange, they had like a lime green color, but not the patchwork. So I don't know why this one was the only one there. I don't know, but I went ahead and got it, as you can tell. It's a beautiful blanket, beautiful, and got the beautiful orange and the blue, gray, and of course the cream and the H. So this will be either I'm going to have this in in my closet, you know, the new house, either in my closet or over the bed. We'll see. I've always wanted one of these blankets, but I don't know why. I just never bit the bullet on it, and not sure why. And I guess when you go to a sale and you're all in the moment, you're kind of like, okay, well, are you going to have the opportunity of getting this? And if it's really that price in the store, are you going to have the opportunity of getting it half off? So I went ahead and made the decision that we're going to do this. So that is my loot. That is my experience was great. I don't regret it. As I'm going through this, I just have nothing but smiles and good vibes from the entire experience. It was great. There were several people I think was supposed to be there that I follow their channel. I didn't see anyone. It's possible that we probably would have crossed each other and didn't really realize, you know, that who was who. But yeah, I'm very happy with what I got. Let me know what you think. What do you think about the things that I got? Would you have gotten in something different? Do you like what I purchased? And do you hope that you will get an invite soon in the coming years? I hope I will. I would really like to do this again. Really would. It was a great experience. I again don't regret going, and at the end of the day, I don't regret spending what I've spent. One way or another, things will fall into place as they should, right? And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below. Tell me what you think about what I got. Would you have gotten it too? And would you have just gone to just look and walked out without spending a penny? Or would you have, if you get the invite, would you even reply? So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, blessed week. Bye, guys. Love ya. Bye.